experiments you can do, but we can do the simple one if you want.
Yeah, let's do this. So if the mind, we're going to do this experiment to prove how powerful the mind is.
Yeah, there are many experiments you can do, but we can do the simple one if you want.
Yeah, let's do this. Stick with that one.
Okay.
A lot of pressure here. And what does this mean?
Well, why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? Hold this string between your thumb and your forefinger. Just hold it. Rest your elbow comfortably on your thigh.
Oh, boy.
Okay? Yeah, rest it comfortably. I'll hold it still. Now, just while you're holding that still, mentally have the idea it's moving back and forth. Mentally have the idea that it's moving. Okay? Don't worry, it'll start moving, and it'll start moving wider and wider. See, it's already doing that. Okay? In any direction you want. There you are. Now, once it's doing that, just change the idea in your mind that instead of swinging it like that, it's going to start swinging like this in a different direction.
Oh, my heavens.
See? Now, mentally have the idea that it's going to start making circles. Just mentally have the idea it's going to start making circles. There you are, see? Circles. Now bigger and bigger circles. There you are.
Oh, my heavens.
Okay?
I didn't think I could do it. I was feeling a lot of pressure here.
Okay. Well, listen. Now,
I can't believe it's doing it.
Yeah. And now have the idea that it's going to reverse the circle. So if it's making circles...
Oh, no, I don't know if I can do that.
Just have the idea.
Okay.
Just have the idea.
That it's going to reverse the circle.
Yes. Just keep that idea in your mind. You see, your expectancy determines outcome. And as long as you're not attached to the outcome will be guaranteed.
Okay.
Whenever we fulfill a desire, whatever that desire is, certain things happen. Number one, we expect a certain outcome.
Oh, it just
there
switched.
You are.
It just did it.
See?
I can't.
And this is living proof that every cell in your body is eavesdropping on your internal dialogue. And by changing your internal dialogue, you can influence the chemistry.
Even Sally's impressed. Sally's saying, cell. I didn't think you could do it, but you did. Every cell?
Every cell. How would this happen?
Now, see, now this is amazing, because if you can do this with a string, it means you can do it with your life.
Yeah, you can do it with anything. You can fulfill any desire in life that you want, because inherent in having the desire is the mechanics for its fulfillment. I don't have the same desires as you, because nature gave me those desires that nature means to fulfill.
Let's do one of these experiments here. Everybody? Yes? Okay, so now what you have to do is keep both your hands on your cheeks. Keep both your hands on your cheeks and bring them in the front. And the hand should not be tapering, the hands should be straight. Bring them in the front, which means verify the distance between your hands is the width of your face. So just bring them in the front and leave your hands free in the air. And as you saw, do not be attached to the outcome. So what you have to do now is just close your eyes, and I will give you a thought that you have to use for your internal dialogue. And do not worry about what the hands are doing. Completely be detached from where your hands are going and what they are doing. Just do that mental dialogue. So before we start, just once again check the distance between your hands. It should be exactly the width of your face. And now close your eyes and just have a mental idea that in front of you, you have two magnets. Opposite poles of the magnets are facing each other. And as soon as they're brought together, they start attracting each other. They are pulling each other towards them. They're pulling each other towards them. They're coming closer, 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 closer to each other, closer, closer, closer. And as they're coming closer, 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 the attraction is increasing. They're coming close, 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 even close, 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 so close that they will join. They are going to touch each other Let them do whatever they want. Just have the idea that it's happening in front of you. Closer, 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 closer. Attracting each other, attracting, attracting, attracting. Close, 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 close. And now just let the hands be where they are. Bring them back and see the distance. Have they come closer? For how many of them, for how many of you they came closer? Some were like this. Some were doing like this. If you follow your mind completely, if you surrender your mind to what the dialogue is going on, this can happen. Now, it's not that your hands are magnet. Do you want to try the other? Do you want to try the opposite? Don't think that ye to hamesha ho gayi. Maybe this will happen all the time. No. Now let's do it once again. Now, those who did not have this happening, give away the control of your mind to the dialogue. Okay? Now once again we'll do this. Once again you put both the hands, bring them in the front, check the distance, close your eyes and completely forget about the outcome. And now have the mental idea that these two hands are the same poles of the magnet. The same poles, and they can never be together. They can never be together. They are pushing each other apart, 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 apart. The farther they are, the more comfortable they are. They're moving away, they're moving away, away, away. Even if you try to bring them close, they're moving away. They're moving away, they're moving away, away, away. The gap is broadening. It's becoming wider, 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 wider. Now check. And for those, jinke liye, for those, in the first case, hands came, if the hands didn't come in the front, didn't come close, they will not move back because there's something happening inside that is controlling. But for those whose hands came closer in the first case and now they widened, how many of you? For how many of you hands came closer initially and did not get farther in the second case? Okay, for you. Okay? You can try this multiple times. The more you allow your consciousness to work and do not allow your physical intervention, it will work. You will tell your experience? Yes, please.
First time I was just following your listening to your instructions. It's the instructions that is giving the so it's moving closer.
Closer, it came closer.
When you mentioned it as two magnets, I actually read it as those with repulsion. So it started repelling. And then suddenly I realized your instruction is coming closer. Then mind is taking that instruction and moving.
See?
And I was consciously, I should not move this. Because you said it will, the mind plays again. So I was trying to keep it in the same place as original. And I could feel the force that is forcing
Them to come
because
together.
I'm listening to your instruction. I'm sure everybody can hear me. I don't need this probably. Okay?
Yeah.
That was the first experience. But second time was forcing myself not to take your instruction and keep myself on. But I have my ears open, so some
Still,
part of my mind was
yes.
taking the instruction, so it could move only a little apart, not much.
Because your conscious mind was also working along with the instructions.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yes.
So that's one experience I wanted to tell.
Yes.
Thank you.
So sister said initially when I told magnets, she assumed they will be same poles and they started moving apart. But when I told to move close, they changed and they started moving close. So this is the power of what your mind perceives. If you perceive in your mind, it is definitely going to happen. It is definitely going to happen. If you keep telling children, students, do this, do it in this way, do this, study well, do this, be serious, but it is not going inside. It is not going inside because you are an instructor for them. It's not, they're not taking it inside, so it's not working. You're losing your energy, you're losing your time. It's not going inside. If somehow we can have that model in which they are not made to listen as instructions, but slowly, when nowadays all the tonics and all the syrups, children won't have it as medicine, but now what the pharmaceutical industries are doing, chocolate flavor, orange flavor, strawberry flavor. So the packaging, the delivery is such that they're taking the medicines, not realizing that it is the medicines that they're taking. So if something is given with that intention and with that mode, which directly goes into the consciousness, the moment it goes, it starts creating an effect. The effect first comes at the level of consciousness only, but then very soon you can see that consciousness working in their actions. You see that consciousness working in their actions. This is how we have been learning. We have learned language. Who taught us language? We started speaking the words that people were speaking around us. That is how the color of company works. We have been learning in this way. Then what is the difficulty with values? The only difficulty is it is being given at the level of skills and behavior and not at the level of consciousness. We only have to start doing that now.